I know, I wish you had started, but you would see that now. Then welcome to the playoff version of Show Me the Money. And I've got previous champions, Chris and Doug, and I've got still not a champion, Craig, on the show today. We are hoping to get Joe, but I've not heard back from him yet. You just need the one, Craig, but you've not got it yet. So we'll let Craig. Oh, we've got the trophy in the background too. So who wants to go first today then, Craig?
Well, what's to say? 67 points in the playoff week. I mean, you wait all season long. You build a team. You go early, you get early picks in the draft. You feel like you've drafted really well. Your guys go well all season long, and then the playoffs turn around and they decide not to turn up. So bye bye. See you next season.
Oh dear.
Go on and win it, Sean. To be fair, I've been telling Sean to not blow it all season long, so well done, Sean. You didn't blow it. You listened to me.
Well, I've just got a message from Joe. He's just in the door, so he'll join in a minute. So
it's, what do you want me to say? Kittle turned up for his 1 week of the season. Joe Allen went crazy in a freaking snow game. And even Dotson decided to rub salt in the wounds when it was all over and chuck up 16.5 points. My guys did diddly squat, so bye-bye. Next.
Well, that was a quick one, yeah.
To be fair, the quarterback situation as far as it's hurt you, I think. Last season, brilliant. This season, he's been garbage.
He's not been the best, has he? Really? Yeah. I mean, he has been. It has been a problem. It has been a problem all season long. It's the reason why I've lost a couple of games. I think it's been the quarterback position. So it's been a bit of a weakness. But kind of Allen turning up in a snow game and scoring 40 points. I mean, you just can't call that. The writing was on the wall on Thursday night. I knew when Kittle went out and got 20 points, I could have just no bother playing anyone at that point. I knew I was losing. But then,
Doug.
Is that like more points you scored in the previous 5 weeks or something?
Here comes Mistake Doug with his 20-point margin of tipping.
I thought it was going to be the biggest pumping of the week. I'm not going to lie. I got it wrong. I got it really, really, really wrong.
You did
you got it right just the wrong way around.
I did. I thought it was going to be a massive pump. It was going to go that way around. I mean, you were unlucky, Craig.
I don't even Sean saw that.
You set yourself up really well this season, to be fair.
To be fair as well, we're deflecting a little bit from Sean here, and that's not fair. Congratulations, Sean. First semi-final. Well done. I hope you go on and win the whole thing now. And it's, if this week showed anything, it's anybody's. It's absolutely anybody's.
Absolutely. Play a football is hard.
It's the way it goes sometimes, I'm afraid.
It doesn't help, say.
But moving on from that one,
hit a bit hard with the old injuries this week too.
We have two, not only former champions. You missed the whole point, Johnny. Of it's we've also got two semi-finalists on the show this evening. So, talk to me about your victory, Douglas.
Well, basically, I absolutely nailed the lineup decisions. I'm not going to lie. That went like a dream. I stayed up just to check how snowy it was in Buffalo, but it was fine. So Waddle got the call up when I wasn't going to play him. So that was good. That then freed me up with the luxury of, will I go with ETN or will I go with Ramondre Stevenson? So I rolled the dice in Stevenson. That went like a bloody dream. Basically, my guys racked up yards like there was no tomorrow. And it just, it was beautiful. I had a mild, I had 5 or 10 minute period when Derek Henry was running through the Titans or through the Chargers D, where I thought, But Stevenson then burst out. He burst out his touchdown, and it was pretty comfy. So that's the factory shut for the season. Delighted to get rid of them. Sean is in the wilderness next season now because he's really, really, really got no picks. He's going to have to trade like a genius to get to get into it next year. So
Well, he
it's
usually
nice
does. So
yeah, but
Yeah.
next season he's got a particularly bad draft position. So hopefully he's in the doldrums for a couple of years now.
And he's going to be in that proper middle of the road nowhere for the draft as well.
Yeah.
You know, he does
I mean,
get-
he's got good keepers. He's got a choice in keepers and all that sort of jazz. But yeah, it went perfect. I mean, it was an absolutely dream of a week. I'm not going to lie. To watch my score ticking up whilst your boys did nothing, Craig. Oh, Carlsberg did. So yeah, all good. I'm delighted. I'm chuffed to bits. On we go. We've got we go again.
Can I just say as well, it's not the only league that someone went absolutely off and won on me this week, you know, so it's not just this league of pain. I've had that a couple of times this week. Thank you very much. But yes, well done.
Yeah, you have a wee bit. But playoffs are tough, Craig. Playoffs are tough. Winning's no easy.
So that's the Inbacks We Trust. I don't know, review of the action and marching into the semi-finals where he will play Chris, who will be joining us soon, so we'll leave that one for a minute. Not Chris, sorry, Joe. Chris.
Yes.
Second semi-final in a row.
I know.
Back-to-back's on.
Back-to-back is on, but this week it's looking pretty ropey. There's a few injuries.
Yeah, you've got a tough one with your...
Taylor's gone.
Yeah, you're starting Mac Jones.
There'll
be no hurts either.
It'll be a late one. I have put some I've put a bit of effort into the waiver wire, so we'll see if that pulls off or not. But yeah, it's not looking good, that's for sure.
If I'm Sean, I'm trying to take every quarterback out of agency right now.
There are probably that many to choose from, to be honest.
Losing Taylor to IRs, that's got to sting a little bit for sure, you know. But if you can get through this one, you'll probably get Hurts back for the bowl if you can get in. It's you know, you're facing Sean, and whilst we all laugh and joke, and yes, he did pump me, and yes, he did get 100 points this week. On paper, it's not brilliant.
No, the thing is, like like you're saying, you can take the best team in the world, and that depends if that turns up at the weekend. That's it. You're at the hands of the gods. Like, you can take the best team on paper. I mean, if you look at my bench, it was pretty stacked. Now I've got literally nobody.
Yeah.
I've literally got nobody. So I mean, Devontae Smith will maybe get a game at the weekend, but it's looking a bit scary, to be honest with you. Because like you're saying with Sean, I haven't got an awful lot of picks next year, so it's do or die.
It's do or die. Back to back or nothing, or back to back or doldrums, is it?
Aye, exactly. But hey, I'll take it. At least I'm in the semi-final.
You're in the semi-final. Your favourite for the semi-final. It's I think, Johnny, you've done back-to-back bowls, haven't you?
Well, I've made the final twice. I didn't win them. Yeah, because I lost the second one.
But you've made
I've actually got to three
back-to-back bowls.
Well, I've made 3 in a row.
Oh, you made 3 in a row?
I made the first 3 bowls.
So it has been done. You need to win the trophy, I'm afraid, Chris. You need to be holding that trophy one more year.
I'm trying.
Well, you've still got a grasp of it, so it's all right.
I've still got it here. To be honest, you see, it looked pretty comfortable at the end. The score itself, it was looking pretty ropey for a bit of a time, because obviously Metcalf didn't have the greatest games on Thursday, and then my team started off pretty slowly. Only found obviously the Vikings started to actually score some points, and then Hurts took off to the third and the fourth quarter. It wasn't looking great, but it ended up being comfortable. So
I mean, I'm not going to lie.
Touchdowns.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. See, at half-time in the Minnesota game on Saturday night, I was giggling away to myself hard.
I was very worried.
Yeah, I was very worried. I was sitting looking at it going, whoo, and that, bearing in mind, this is before any of Sean's other ones have went off, you know, so he's had Kittle, fair enough, right? He's got his Kittle points, but I'm still thinking I can overcome that, you know. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, oh, Chris could get beat. I could be getting Kirkwall Raiders in the semi-finals here. You know, so boy, did that turn around.
Oh, I could. The biggest takeaway is you need a quarterback that's pretty consistent, because if you end up with shite, you've no chance in this league. You really have.
And especially when the other one goes off in one, and the quarterback, you know, you need a running quarterback in this one. You know, in this, it seems to me you need a running quarterback.
Totally.
But yeah, Taylor out and Pierce out, isn't, and that's for the season too. That is a big cut. If you can do it, you're doing it the hard way. That's for sure. That's
it. I mean, the thing is, I've got Devontae Smith, but he had a really, really disappointing season. But the past few weeks, it's actually been. Sorry.
What are you saying, Johnny?
Is Hurts going to be back the week? Is Hurts going to be back the week after? Is it just 1 week he's going to be out? Is it?
I think
he's questionable for this week, so you think you'd maybe drop him this week, give him a week off, and then.
It says questionable. We heard, but I heard somewhere else he was doubtful, which means he's probably not going to play. So.
I mean, they could drop him up. Well,
they won the division, so they might. But
meanwhile, Mr. Baxter down there's rubbing his hands with glee, thinking, you know, Chris is in trouble. I've got win against Joe this week, and you know, it'll be like the cat. It'll be like it'll be like Christmas for him next week. That's what it would be like, wouldn't
it? Yeah, pretty much.
Perfect Christmas present, isn't it?
And I've got Khalil Herbert coming back off IR as well. You know, just in case you need that depth.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
It really is, isn't it? It's so it'll be a happy new year for someone, that's for sure. And it's
should we just say that Joe's going to get a pump in for Doug a few times?
Well, I think so.
Joe turns it around, Ken. I think that's maybe what we should do this whole stream.
Well, I mean,
Joe is going to get a
Joe
pump
was going to make it on. But...
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, in all honesty, if you look at the game and you look at it on paper, let's go down it man by man like Doug likes to do, you know. So Mahomes against Burrow, no brainer, you know, Mahomes all day long. Stevenson against Fournette, well, Stevenson's going to win that battle, isn't he? Pacheco against Kamara, you're probably 50-50 there. Then Brown and Hill, I'll maybe give you 50-50 again.
Yeah, but remember, Brown's got no Jalen Hurts this week.
Well, okay. Hill is playing the Packers, who do defend the pass really well. They just can't defend the run with Kofi. Then you've got St. Brown and Peoples-Jones. Okay, you got to give that one to Joe. Then Ingram, Kelsey, no brainer. Davies, Waddle, no brainer. You know, better kicker, better defense. And then he's got all those options on the bench as well. So really, it's about a 20-point. I would say that's about a 20-point favourite.
Yeah, but fine, bring it on.
It's only 5 points according to.
I don't foresee my boys having a 67-point shit the bed fest.
Well, mine certainly did.
Well, if they do, you're definitely coming on next week for Craig to get a
absolutely. Listen, there'll be no shame in losing a semi-final.
I was pretty confident I wasn't going to be showing up a 67-point shit either. So you know, here's hoping. But yeah, so that was the semi-final.
It should be a good semi-final.
Joe's no. We've not discussed Joe's game yet, and I mean, it was a good win. Another 100. All the winners broke the ton this week. You know, all the winners in the playoffs broke the ton, so that's always a good thing. That means it was good games. No one crawling through, and it was a good win. The Colt Steve for him on Saturday night.
It can't happen many times.
How can you concede 39 points? How can you concede 39 points and score 21 points?
That was ridiculous.
All those sacks, basically, wasn't it?
They scored twice as well, did they not? But 39 points and conceded 21 points for. So, that got Joe off to an absolute flying start. He never really looked back, did he? Joe
No,
Burrow.
not at all. No, Joe Burrows did a great job for him. Yeah, the rest did enough to chip in to get over 100. It was a comfy win in the end.
See the thing with that, like Graham's had such a good year as well. Like every week he was scoring 110, 120. I think he broke 130 a couple of times. So must be feeling it as well because he was looking odds on to win it as well. He'll be gutted.
He's been let down by his quarterback, losing Lamar Jackson, and then Devontae Adams had a nothing week, which he's not been doing of late. So yeah, he got a wee bit let down now, and he didn't risk. I mean, T. Higgins wouldn't have made a difference, right enough, but yeah, it's
Sanders as well, 0.9. You can't, Sanders has been doing real well for him.
He's had a really good season.
And it's
any other time you could easily have got another 25, 30 points out of Sanders, Adams, and a quarterback.
Absolutely. And the quarterback, again, like you said earlier, Chris, if you've not got the quarterback, you're in trouble.
Totally. Like that's it. Like you've just got to, like anybody that's got decent quarterbacks that are low in the draft, they'll be keeping their quarterbacks. I think it's such a valuable position.
I've never really been a Mahomes fantasy person. It's just someone that I've never really been able to draft, and obviously went and got him from Mark. And I have to say, I have big time noticed the benefit of that.
Huge benefit.
He's been super.
He's not going anywhere, is he?
Well, to the point where I might have to keep him now, and I did promise Mark that I wouldn't. But yeah, business is business.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he's back in the pot, I'd be going for him pretty early because I've noticed the difference for your team as well. He really has turned your season around. I've not turned that around. We're going along fine, but
he's and him and Kelsey as a combination. Every time you see that connection happen on screen, it's just like this little love heart comes down in front of your eyes.
Oh dear.
So I was going to say, Doug,
yes.
You might know, is this the first time all four divisions have won into the semi-final? Okay, and the division winners all 4-1 this week, so it's a bit...
Well, it's certainly the first
time.
I
had the wrong speaker on, probably why you couldn't hear it.
It's bound to be. It's bound to be, I think, Johnny, because there's so many people have won from further down the seeding list.
Yep.
So that's that's fitting.
I have to have a dig at that one, but yeah.
Yeah, the last
I thought it was quite a nice one. So
yeah, no, that's quite good.
I beg to differ on the good category.
Yeah, but listen, Craig, you could have beaten me last week, won the division, and then been pumped by Sean. I mean, you were getting pumped by a Sean.
Yeah, fair point. Didn't matter,
Well,
it was just a different Sean.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
So then you would have beaten Eskimo Brothers, so, and you didn't even get the highest score of the week either. So.
No, it didn't.
The consolation was part of the action, was that?
Oh, bloody hell, yeah. We'll go with the highest scorer first then.
So there we go. We have 2 former champions and 2 never been in the finals and the semi-finals, not facing off against each other. So we can have 2 former winners and we can have no former winners in the Super Bowl. It should be...
It would have been quite nice. It would have been nice if it had fallen for one new, guaranteed one new person in the final. But
nah, quite like the way it's fallen.
No, I'm no for that.
With no offense intended to any of the present company, I'm rooting for the underdogs.
Oh dear.
It's what I'm used to, Craig. It's what I'm used to. I was hoping you might put someone in agency for me to pick up to help me this week.
If I thought for 1 second that Joe would get there first, I would drop someone, but won't be happening. So let's go and have a wee nose around the consolations then, shall we? And the fight for number 1 pick. And Johnny, talk to me.
Johnny.
Talk to us, Johnny. About
we're doing my one first, are we? Oh, don't.
I mean, basically, Jacoby Myers has cost you number 1 pick.
I mean, he really has. That's exactly what he's done.
Yeah, because like when I was watching the game and he wasn't doing much. Then I was like, oh, of course he's got like 5 points. So okay, and then obviously when all that crap happened, he went down to 2, and I said, what the? Then you look at he had a fumble loss and minus 20 yards.
And
come on. I don't know how they work minus 20 yards because he went more.
One
than
of the
20.
interesting bits about that play was that Stevenson got the credit for the yards that he progressed.
Yeah, he's the one that fumbled it on the ground. It wasn't even a pass.
Yeah, I know that, but he gets the credit for those yards, which I was surprised at. I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, but technically, when he threw it and hit the ground, it should have been his fumble. But yeah, who knows?
Yeah, no, completely. But when the sun shines in the righteous and all that stuff, so yeah, it was all good.
Yeah, well, it's fucking shattered me all year, like it's all right.
What did it cost you? Literally, was that -2 for the fumble and -2 for minus 20 yards? You lose 4 points.
Yeah,
for
you lost 4 points. Yeah,
cost Johnny the tie.
But even Slayton did actually fumble as well, which got a bit close, but he saved his own fumble.
Yeah.
So he only lost 1 point instead of 2.
Jeez.
It was just a horrible thing to watch, was it?
Yeah.
Like,
what the fuck? Thing is, though, like when I watched it, I was laughing my head off. I didn't realise it was Jacoby Myers that threw the bloody ball.
yeah. It's when it
happened so quick. They're just like, oh, fucking hell, man. And then I looked at the score and I said, oh, I just need Slate to do bugger all. Like, and then at half time, he'd only had 2 passes. So he'd been thrown it twice, hadn't caught anything. But he got 3 little dump off passes for like a couple of yards. And then that was basically it. He did nothing else in the game, like so.
I've been there and done that before, where I've been absolutely decking myself about a stupid play until I've realised it's absolutely murdered me in fantasy. It's like, sorry, who done it? No,
shit.
I know, but yeah, well, that's the way it goes. Like, you know what I mean? It was funny and bad at the same time. But then Hyde and Zeke have got a nice. They got away with one there, so. Hopefully they'll fight on and get the number 1. So
stole one again, did Graham? He's getting good at stealing them, isn't he? He's getting good at
stealing them. Another 70 points from Graham.
It's just not even 70.
Stunning consistency.
Stunning consistency. But then you had Batman's boobies. Ray's making a push for it. Ross, see you next year, pal. And it's with Dak, no less. That's Dak gone, Swifty gone. But yeah, Ray's making a push for it. McCaffrey's finally starting to show why he's held on to him all these years. You want to take that one, Doug?
He's actually.
That could be just because Craig doesn't know how to accept a trade.
He's
again.
He's got an all right roster there. Juju, Cam Akers did okay for a change. DJ Moore,
Hawkinson. He can turn it a 10 to 15 point game easy.
He's got a right old shot at it.
Romeo Doubs is back as well for the Packers now, so that's another one that he's got on his bench there.
Yeah, he seemed to be Rodgers' favourite target the other night from what I saw.
Are the Patriots playing the Bengals this week? So that'll be a tougher one for the defence.
Yeah, definitely.
He was very much he was target. You know, he was Rodgers' favourite before he got injured. You know, so there's no reason. You know, I know Watson's shown up a bit now, but I dare say they both got a little bit now. Until such times as Miami beat us on Sunday, and we can all go home, and Rodgers can bug off, and we can get Love for the last 2 games. That's a different story.
You sort of want that just to see what you've got with Love, to be honest.
Oh, we have to, Johnny. We have to, because if we don't see what we've got to take his 5th-year option or not, as the case may be this year. Yeah. Anyway, that's for a different show.
It's just that bad news for you, Craig, isn't it?
It's so bad for him.
Positivity attack.
Yeah.
It was always going to happen with them, you know, but that was always going to happen. But yeah, so Bluetoon looking quite Batman's boobies looking quite good, and going through to play Graham in the semi-final. So that'll be a good tie, you know. Graham will need to score a few more in these consistent 70s to win this one, I would think.
Is that who they're playing each other? That's
yeah, they're playing each other in the next. They're playing each other in the semi-final. And then coping badly, Jets. What the hell?
Ross.
I know.
That's because he's got Kirk Cousins.
Can I just say,
is he Jones?
Oh, there's that Duff Chicago.
Zay Jones went a bit off one too.
Backup. Scored 21 points.
Montgomery's got the back. Got he's bell cow when Herbert's injured, isn't he? That's what happens, Craig.
Is that what happens? Is that fair enough? So
Yeah,
I mean, some
he
scores
had a
from
couple of nice
Markins.
runs as well.
Zay Jones got a hat trick as well.
Yeah, but he didn't need it.
Yeah, he had 4 passing
was it
touchdowns
hat-trick
to
he
his
got, was it?
quarterback.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 touchdowns scored from his outfield players.
Aye.
then he has lost. I see Huntley's on IR now, so he's lost Huntley.
Yeah, Huntley's gone to IR, but he does have Hines here to bring in for this week, so that's not too bad. And it's bye-bye, Alan. See you next year.
Is that the lowest score in playoff?
37.06.
It could,
Has to be close there.
That must be close to the lowest score ever, is it?
There's single players that beat that this week, so I would say that's right down there. In fact, they could have played Kirk Cousins and another and won the tie.
I know. That's bad, is it?
Yeah, that's an
then
absolute.
Alan's bench wasn't too bad in the end. Not he wouldn't have won, but he had Waller, Mack, and Jackson, the running back, who now probably be the starter.
Yeah, Waller has just reappeared from nowhere. I didn't realise he was
IR on
back.
Friday. So, yeah.
I've picked him up in the auction league out of waivers, which is marvellous.
No, it's not.
It is because I had Dulcich at tight end, so that's a right wee bonus for the semi-final there. But that's another story. You know?
Well, I lost out in the auction to the team that Craig beat because he beat me in the regular season. I think looking at the teams, I had the highest scoring team of the week and I was on a bye.
Well, that's just tough, isn't it? Because I beat Mark. It was Mark's team. But yeah, he's out. Yeah, it's Mark, but he's out. I'm on. At least I'm still in there. But and another one to go nuts. Another one from you. Everyone's going nuts in FP ahead. What's going on in your head this week?
I know.
Maybe they're going for a winner and a number one party. Yeah, they're going for the winner in the number one party.
Every single one of these players, apart from his defense, scored double digits.
It's a good roster. McKinnon's in big time form. Connor's doing well. Thielen's doing away fine. Godwin's getting plenty of looks. Robinson's taking the backfield and the Commanders. Yeah, it's nice. If only it'd been in the main bracket.
Well, it would
the problem is that Knox has only turned up the last 2 weeks, which is too late for him. Thielen only turns up every couple of weeks. This is probably him now. He's got his
Godwin's not done a whole lot.
Although Thielen has been against the Giants this week, so he probably might catch another touchdown. But McKinnon's just been mental. That was a good pickup. Oh,
that's a really good pickup.
I mean, honestly, in a league, in a league that we play that's got a point per carry for running backs, I played against McKinnon and Algier this week.
Oh no!
They scored 96 points between them.
Yeah, that was a proper pumping you got there too, Craig.
96
I
points.
got a pumping in the playoffs, but he was in the consolation.
But so that was about half.
It's a fact he's traded a lot of his team as well. He's got quite a lot of high picks for next year, so
he has.
To still hear a team like that after what he's done as well. Fair play.
I mean, it's one of those ones where it is an absolutely solid as a rock team, and it's got every chance. I would say probably favourite to win on the number one pick.
Definitely.
But, I mean, there isn't a keeper there. Is the thing he'll be starting again.
I was up against McCaffrey and Etienne, and that was near the 90 points too. That's why I got pumped.
Yeah, but McCaffrey, you expect it from. I
was 1 point to carry then.
I was up against Barkley as well, who got 46, 47 too, It's, But that was two crappy ones that scored blooming 45 points each anyway.
Yeah,
really
I do sort of regret making that a point of carry, but it's too late now. It's a bit over.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is now, isn't it? But yeah, the point of carry. It's a different element, isn't it? But anyway, Grote, bye-bye. See you next year.
He never even turned up, did he, once? Really?
Well, I mean, don't blow it next year, because next year's the year.
Next year's his year?
Yes.
Like this year was your year?
Correct.
I'm pretty sure he said that when it was on, did he not? So
he's
got
a
I'm
lot,
pretty sure he did.
And he's got a lot more than I had. But yeah, next year for Grote. But Michael marches into semi-finals where he will play against Mark. And do you know what? If you're going by this week's scores, it's the game of the week this week.
Absolutely.
It's the rest of the games are worth diddly squat, so I'm not even going to look at them. But yeah, Mark and Michael game of the week, even though it's consolations. But bigger fish to fry for you two.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. It's on. The doubles on. Auction League still on the go as well. I feel it.
And back-to-back.
Oh, yeah, because you were close to the double before, were you not, Doug?
No, I did the double before.
Did you do the double?
Oh,
You like the auction.
Oh, yeah. I'll get to keep that trophy if I win it this year, surely. I've won it that many times.
What, once?
There isn't a trophy in the auction.
No. I've won the auction one 3 or 4 times, honestly.
Yeah, but there isn't a trophy for the auction one.
No,
he's not.
So how can you win it?
Wiley's away to look.
You know what I mean?
Back.
I am away to look.
It'd be nice,
yeah, it would be.
You were going for 3 in a row when you lost last year. So I think
keep
you were
it there
going for
1 more
3 in a
year.
row when you lost last year.
We're very much at the ABD at the moment. We're at the ABD stage.
Harsh.
Anyone but Doug.
Harsh.
I think that's any league, is it not, Craig?
Yeah, pretty much, Johnny. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so Craig, the auction league, I've won it 3 times out of 7. That's not a bad strike rate, really, is it?
Okay, fair enough.
I'm pretty sure I've not even made the playoffs. I keep on losing in the last game.
You're always good at the second notch of things that we do. Yeah, I like that.
How could you just say that after you've been bumped with 67 points and I'm sitting with a ring on my finger? I mean, really, what's going on?
Like I said, I think Doug's going to pump Joe this week. That's all I'm going to say. He's going to pump him by 20 points.
20-point favourite.
We'll see Doug in the final quite easily.
Let's
20-point favourite.
On the other hand, I'm going to struggle.
Well,
I think you might struggle actually with your injury.
It's got to be a sweat fest.
A big ass 50-50 now, Chris. And I'll tell you something else, by the way. Sean might not say much on the chats and that, but Sean loves playing. Sean loves this game, and he will be proper cheesing and looking. He's up for this weekend, I promise you. So, you know,
I mean, he's got his Josh Allen's questionable, so you never know. The gods might come in my favour.
Sean needs to find a
there we go. We've got a late arrival.
Here we go.
There's Joe. How are we doing, Joe?
Hey.
We're just telling everyone how you're a 20-point favourite against Doug this weekend in the semi-final. Joe, what do you think?
I hope so. I don't think that's going to be realistic, but you never know what's going to happen come Sunday.
You're only 5-point underdog. It's not too bad.
Coin toss. It's a coin toss.
Yeah.
It is a coin toss. Hopefully my guys pick up a little bit and have a few good games. So fingers crossed for that. Make it a bit more interesting.
First semi-final, Joe. Is it? That's your first semi-final, yeah?
Yeah. You know what happens when you've got 2 good running backs for the last 4 or 5 years, and then you just go 1 and somehow you get to the semi-final.
It's not say, especially when you picked the wrong one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly what happened.
The proper irony of it as well.
Typical.
Bartley's been great all year long, including this week. He was the only one that didn't let me down.
Yeah, and Kamara's going to sleep now. I don't think he's. Hopefully, he pulls something out of the bag this weekend, but he's got an all right matchup. But we'll, definitely chose the wrong one out of the 2.
Hill and St. Brown have been doing you proud, though, eh? They've been firing on the points for all year.
They have, yeah. There's obviously a couple of young guys, and it was just luck of the draw, really. They've just been getting picked out quite often, so they've got some good scores for me, which has kept me in the hunt for the couple of top spots. So they've done me proud a few weeks, which is good.
Well, I for one, I'm hoping you have a very, very Merry Christmas next year.
Yeah.
What do you
Next
think,
week
Doug?
even.
You hope Joe has a very, very Merry Christmas.
Joe will have a good Christmas either way. There's no shame in a semi-final, win or lose. But I was just looking at the matchup, Joe. You've got a lot of guys on the road, and I've got a lot of guys at home. So hopefully that helps.
Yes, there's definitely. But you've got three guys in the same team as well, so and they always put up good numbers.
The Chiefs have been doing me proud, so they've got Seattle
they're playing
at
against
home.
Seattle, so the defense isn't doing that great.
So let's hope they rack up, something else. But
Doug's team's going to be finished by. Your team's going to be finished by Christmas, Doug. And I think
it's all Saturday games, isn't it?
Joe's
Joe's
got one on Monday, one on Tuesday. So
this is
got
going to stretch
the Colts to play catch up.
This is a long
Waddle,
weekend.
6 o'clock Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully the Colts
You'll
do
be
something
finished on
this
Christmas.
weekend.
I'm going to have to try and be awake and Boxing Day at night for the late game.
Oh, it is proper all over. So Doug will get the lead, and then Chris gets the chasing Sunday. Joe gets the chasing Sunday. Very interesting.
Well, it could be Tuesday morning with the Colts defense against the Chargers, unless he goes for the Raiders against Pittsburgh. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. Kind of like the Colts obviously pulled out a big game at the weekend, and then looking at the Raiders against Pittsburgh, which is also tempting as well. So.
Well, it might be Trubisky, is it? Maybe still.
Yeah, he did.
You get anything with him throwing the ball. Well, he did not bad against the Ravens, apart from the 3 stupid interceptions he threw.
And
the Ravens have.
The legend that he is.
Yes. Brilliant.
Yeah, the
We miss him at the Bears. We do miss him at the Bears.
he is entertaining. That is one thing. Can you get entertainment when he plays? So
yeah. Has he had a pick 6 that game?
I don't think he had a pick 6 there.
No, he just got intercepted 3 times.
Because he's never ever had a pick 6 ever.
Is it? No, it's crazy. I actually thought he was going to have a great year this year. And he's uber disappointed me because I went quite heavy on him in baseball and stuff like that. I went quite heavy on him. I thought it was going to go well. Your fantasy quarterback, Joe Burrow, though, he's done you proud as well, Joe, all season, eh?
He's been pretty solid, actually. He's traditionally very slow to start, and then he just gets going and starts bringing the points in. But as again from the weekend past, but yeah, he's. I don't know. I think it's just maybe a bit of a few injuries here and there, but in the defensive line not letting him get much time. But he's pulling the points out of the bag, which has kept me in the hunt for the spots which I'm in. So
yeah. Well, we were saying earlier how important that has been, certainly in this league. With it being non-PPR and stuff.
Exactly.
Points. You need a good quarterback, and it's showing massively this season, especially that the quarterbacks have been rolling a point. The ones that have been, those teams are winning. Yeah,
exactly right. It's important to have a good streamlined line of steady points coming in from the quarterback position.
Yeah, so if you look at the 4 that are in the semis, it's Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and Hurts. It's not a coincidence, is it?
No surprise.
No.
Yeah.
And even if you look at the 4 that lost in the quarterfinals, I'm sure you'll find that there was 4 pretty decent ones. I mean, one of them had Jackson, but lost them. Herbert should be decent, but
that was to my advantage. Jackson being injured and out of the game.
It's the quarterback makes a big difference in this league. It's I've noticed it this year more than any other. I've got to say.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of good players out there that are very balanced. It's not like people are running away with it as such. It's been a lot of teams have had really good points each week. It's just been very close games as well, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And the points around the running back area, there's been a lot of running backs scoring pretty decent points, which is, you know, in a league with no PPR again, you know, the running back, if the running back's getting the yardages, they're going to be beating the receivers 9 times out of 10, you know.
Yeah, well, you look at obviously with Doug with the Chiefs with like Edwards-Helaire having 5-6 amazing weeks, and then less touches, and then obviously he got injured. But it's just the second string and third string are doing so well that your first string running back's not getting as many points as they should. So it's trying to pick up that extra person on like
in the waivers,
free agency or waivers, you know, just to try and help your team out.
By the time you get to
was the same last year, so
yeah. By the time you get to the end of the season, it's totally different running backs that are winning people leagues.
Yeah,
you know, and increasingly now it's the rookies that are coming in and getting a chance in the second half of the season, and they're doing it. You know.
Yeah. There's not much out there, but it's just trying to get the right person, the right pickup at the right time.
Yeah,
and they are in there. Even though it's a 16-team league and it's loaded, you know, the players are in there. You know, I mean, you must have got Stevenson from agency at some point, Doug, or was it in a trade?
No, I think I'm pretty sure I drafted him.
Or did you draft him? Did you?
Yeah, thanks for that compliment.
Yeah.
Though.
Peoples Jones definitely came out of the agency because I had him a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I did. I took him out of agency,
You know,
and that was with a view to Watson coming back. But he was doing well before Watson came back.
And I got Christian Watson out of agency. You know, Grote's picked up. Grote's got trades out of guys he's picked up from agency. You know, as well.
He's done well in agency, like so. Yeah,
he does that well every year. To be fair to him, how he gets so few points, I don't know.
Because you put some on the bench.
Well, yeah, that's it.
But looking at the other ties, that winner will be decided by Monday morning.
The other
so
tie,
you can enjoy Boxing Day or not enjoy Boxing Day, Chris.
Well, I'm just
your games,
really thinking too much about it right
now. You're done by Christmas, and just put your feet up and just pray you're going to get through.
Yeah.
Craig, I drafted Stevenson in the 5th round.
Oh, did you? Fair enough.
A Waddle in the 6th round.
Oh, you got Waddle in the 6th? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Craig slagged me off for it as well.
Well, everybody was going with Hill and not worried about Hop. They wouldn't be able to keep both wide receivers going. That's why Hill got all the picks and Waddle got left quite a lot of leagues.
That's why I went for Devontae Smith, because I was thinking of it between him and Jalen Waddle, but I'd say same predicament. That's why I went with Devontae Smith instead.
I was looking at it thinking Tua, you know, I just didn't believe in Tua was the thing, but he has, to be fair to him, done quite well, you know.
I see
he did last year when I had him.
The Pro Bowl votes as well, Tua.
Yeah, I don't think he's done that well, but you know, fair enough.
Yeah, I put a lot of points just to pick him up in the waivers, thinking he was also getting a lot of points the first 7-8 weeks. Was it 7 weeks before he got injured? I think it was 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's why I put a lot of the waiver points on to pick him up, thinking with the stats he was getting, he would be my number one quarterback. But obviously, Barrow just kept chipping away. So
it's a nice problem to have there, though, Joe, isn't it? You know, with the points that Tua has been scoring, you could bring him in comfortably if Burrow went down. You know, you've got that safety net.
Yeah, the average is not that far apart actually, so it's a bit of a comfort to have a good sort of backup with a good matchup as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's when Herbert went down that week for me, I had to go scrambling about agency, and I think I ended up with Matt Bloody Ryan playing for me that week, something like that. So it's,
yeah,
I think he's been around that boy.
Matt Ryan's played for a few teams and show me the money this year.
Not for long.
Big crap for them all.
You don't get many points. You don't get many points, and you throw the ball 5 yards and then get sacked for the next 6 yards. The next one.
Here's us thinking it's a Falcon.
That's what they were doing. No, they do that when they do a run. Then you just protect the screen pass or the short pass because you can't bloody throw the ball.
Well, it's that thing. He's lost his arm. You can see it. You can see any time he tries to throw it 15 yards, it goes behind the receiver every time. He's lost his arm. All done and dusted.
Yes. Hopefully.
But yeah, so big week, Christmas week. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yep, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy birthday on Friday, Craig.
Thank you very much. Happy birthday to Lynn for Friday, Doug.
Yes, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
God, same day.
Make
Same
sure
day.
she has a good day.
Yeah,
And it's
I was telling her earlier about your playoff defeat. She had a little snigger to herself, and then she said she felt sorry for you. And
thank you. I was going to say, I'll bet you're a Teen China's feel sorry for me.
But then she laughed and said, "Oh yeah, I pumped him as well in the family dynasty."
Yeah,
Oh, she did.
I
can't talk. I got pumped there as well. Like, again, my two top winner backs are on IR now. That's Taylor and bloody Hall.
So we've got a
They'll
dynasty
be all right
league
next year.
We've got a dynasty league with our other halves in it, and my wife doesn't play fantasy. Well, she plays it, but she's not that good at it. But she still managed to beat Craig in the consolation bracket of the playoffs there. So
to be fair, Craig didn't do his team, so who knows who was playing. But I'm quite happy that my wife Carol is playing his wife Lynn in the toilet bowl final. So
that's right.
we're getting told she has to win that one now. Thank
May
you very much.
May the best wag win,
May the best wag win.
Well,
it's a fight
in the playoffs. So.
Fight for number one pick, Yeah,
Fight
yours is doing well, Johnny.
Yeah, she's got a good team. She picked her team off my queue.
You're taking the credit here, Johnny, are you?
No, actually, because I should have picked him before she did. But but again, you're sitting there for number one pick in a dynasty, and it's one queue, or you've got to go Jonathan Taylor, and that didn't exactly work out, did it?
That's true.
So, and then I did get Brees. I got Hall as well, and I got a nice couple of weeks out of him, but then he went down. So, but like I say, it's a dynasty. They'll be back next year. And I did pick quite a young team.
Good.
Ken, so
good.
It's all always next year. Ones to play.
Always next year.
I'll get the fourth round pick.
Craig, will you be dreaming again of this tonight?
Oh, yes. There you go.
Well, that's a good.
Your name's still not here. Look, can I see it now?
Oh.
That's a good time for me to say Merry Christmas, good luck everyone.
Yeah.
Try and have sleepless nights, guys, worrying about the games. It's only a game and all that. Enjoy your Christmas, Joe. You've got kids there. You make sure they're all right.
One next to me. Look.
Hiya, pal.
Hiya.
That's one who kept me coming on the stream for 20 minutes.
Brilliant.
That's the one that was in the picture from 2 years ago. Is now a bit of a big goose. My little bear here. My little bear.
That's unlucky, pal. Don't worry, we'll get you some Packers stuff on the way.
Funny enough,
you got some bear stuff.
I did. I got sent a Lions top with Stafford on the back.
Oof.
I don't think they realised what happened last year, but yeah.
Return to sender.
It was, yeah. It wasn't even. He wanted a picture of it on him. I said no. I just held it next to him and then sent it back.
Brilliant. Guys, have a great Christmas. Good luck in the finals.
Right, so if you guys get to the final next week, we'll have one with the finalists. So at least one of you will definitely be here. 2 years maybe, depending on the results. So, but good luck to Sean, even though you couldn't make it.
Luck. Yeah, good luck, Sean.
Good luck, guys. Yeah. Nice one.
Guys.
See you later.
Guys, have a lovely Christmas.